97 out of the box. Good morning, H-Town, Keisha and J-Mac. It is Black Music Month, and we're highlighting amazing Black people who have done so much from the Houston community and all around. But right now we have a special guest, and I want J-Mac to introduce her because J-Mac has spoken on this woman so much and talked about the incredible work she's done here and to where she is now with her journey.
Her name is Tami LaTrell, and Tami, she used to work here. She helped us get to the next level, and now she has her own agency, the Mezzo Agency, that are helping songwriters and singers get to the next level.
Hey everyone, how are y'all?
Hey.
Good morning, H-Town.
Hey.
Yeah, so go ahead.
Now tell us everybody about your incredible agency.
Oh yeah, so my agency is called the Mezzo Agency. I started it about almost 4 years ago now. I had been, in the music business for years, for over 20 years. I wrote for Whitney Houston, Keisha Cole, Monica, SWV, and a few other people, the list goes on and on. But I really saw that there was a need for songwriters and producers to understand the business of music. Me being established at such a very young age, I got access and received a lot of information about how to, get paid correctly, how the music industry works, the business behind music. But I learned that there were just so many songwriters and producers that didn't have this information. And I just discovered my passion for really wanting to help and empower songwriters and producers. So by the year 2012, I had started doing workshops and, classes and just educating writers and producers and managers and A&Rs and people who wanted to be in the business. But around 2018, I started seeing that there were a lot of songwriters and producers that didn't even know that they had royalties out there that were unclaimed. And so our company started with one client. We actually found him $80,000 that he didn't know he had. And over a course of 2 years, we were able to recover those royalties for him to make sure that he was paid, along with making sure all of his paperwork and everything was pushed through and, his production fees were received, and just really being a liaison between the actual money and the client to make sure that they get paid. And that's why we're called the Mezzo. So now our roster has grown to over 78 clients that we actually collect publishing for. And then in between that, we actually flipped our business model last March of 2021 to also be able to offer a la carte services, because not everyone is established and ready to collect royalties. Some of them may just be starting off their career in the business and they don't have the basics together. Like they don't have a PRO. They have no clue about split sheets. They don't understand royalties. And so our company, in between the royalty distributions for the clients that we collect publishing royalties for, we actually service the music community by providing them with the resources that they need to set up their business and to be able to make money and get themselves established before the money starts coming in. So it's kind of like if you're new to the business and you want to get on the right track in the beginning instead of having to do it after you've had your first placement, come to us. We help you get established, get your business in order. And then that way, when money does start coming in, you'll already be set up to collect.
Tami, what's one of the biggest mistakes you see with songwriters early on?
That they don't take the business serious. I mean, they look at it as like, I'm a songwriter, I'm creative, and I just want to link and network and write songs, but they're not doing anything to protect themselves during that process. So the songs have not been registered with the Copyright Office. They don't have contact information on the people that they're collaborating with. They don't have publishing information from the people they're collaborating with, and just really not understanding that, hey, there's so many songs that get infringed every day that you could very well be one of them. Don't think that you're exempt from having your work stolen from you. It happens all the time. I mean, you could see so many major artists that are in the headlines right now for copyright infringement cases because it keeps happening. And so, that's why we're here, to make sure that, songwriters and producers are educated from the beginning on how to make sure that their works are protected.
So if you're an artist out there right now and you think that you might be missing money, what's the first thing you should do?
Absolutely. The first thing you should do is go to mezzoagency.com/contact, schedule an actual appointment. with one of our music administrators, and we will be able to walk through your song situation. You know, obviously the name of the song, the artist. We'll be able to do an assessment to see what all you have set up and what you don't. And then we'll also be able to see if there are royalties out there, how much approximately, do an estimate for you. And then depending on how much it is, we will be able to help go after that money that's owed to you.
God, y'all, you mean that y'all can find money along, like, say I did a song in 1990. Y'all can find that money?
Well, if the song is still making money, even though it was released in 1990, whatever, if the song has made money within the last 4 years, which is unfortunately how far back the royalty pay sources will go for digital streaming, then yes, we can find anything that was generated for you within the last 4 years. We are able to go after that money. Absolutely.
And do you think all singers should own their publishing? You know, people get this all the time. Do you think people should always own their publishing?
Well, I think we have to determine, for one, if they are a singer, are they actually a songwriter? Because songwriters are owed publishing. Singers are performers. They don't necessarily write all the time. And so if they're not writing their songs, then that doesn't mean that they're that means that they are most likely not on publishing, unless you are someone like a Beyonce, or you're a huge major artist where your publishing is kind of just given to you anyway because of the potential and the creative work that you're going to contribute to the composition. But singers are performers. They're not all the time songwriters. So if you are a songwriter who happens to be a singer or indie artist that's putting your music out, then absolutely we can go after your publishing.
Now, what do you think about all these big celebrities? They seem to be selling their publishing now. If somebody was in the news for selling their publishing for $100 million. I can't think of who it was, and I was like,
Justin Timberlake.
Yeah, don't you think his publishing is worth more than that?
Well, you know what? Here's the thing: a few factors we have to consider. For one, how is his financial situation? We don't know, but we do know that he's married and has children, and so priorities have shifted and changed. You also have to know how much money he's still making from his current projects. If he's not making as much as he was given, then there's a possibility it would have been a good deal for him, because as you know, just because someone's catalog is worth more, it depreciates over time. Yeah. So it could be, making a lot of money. I think he's making about $3 million a year now. But 30 years from now, will that catalog be worth $3 million? And so you have to kind of think about that factor, being that they actually gave him $100 million. You would really want to look at what that looks like realistically. To be quite honest with you, I believe that it was a great deal, provided how much he got paid compared to what his catalog is worth, knowing that it will depreciate over time. However, there is a factor to consider, that there is really no infrastructure right now for the business of music as far as streaming goes. The streaming companies are pretty much paying what they want to pay us, because Congress has not regulated them to actually pay a set amount. So, YouTube may pay a certain amount. Spotify pays a different amount, which is like 0.003 cents per stream. All these companies, Apple Music, Tidal actually pays the most, but they are all paying different rates. And so a lot of songwriters and producers that are out there, whether they're established or indie, are feeling the hit. It's not a lot of money compared to how it was back in the day when we were selling physical copies. So I think a lot of people are saying, you know what, let me just cash in on this. I can always make more songs, but this money is worth more than my catalog will be 30 years from now. So it makes more sense. So I personally feel like he has a great team that did his financing for him. However, on the publishing side, the company that actually purchased his catalog, which is called Hypnosis possibly have done also some other estimations that may show that streaming will quadruple, over time. And so they're looking at it for their benefit as well. But, it's a lot of times people think that they actually have more money than they do,
Oh, okay.
Celebrities, it just is what it is, because you got to think about the lifestyle that they have, and then the lifestyle that they have to maintain over time. You have to be rich for a very long time to maintain the type of lifestyle that they probably already had when they were at their peak. So just some things to consider.
We're celebrating Black Music Month and celebrating you. You know what I love when I went to your Instagram page was that you had your family. And it's so dope to see a powerful Black woman with because they tell you can't, like, oh, you got to pick one or the other. You got to pick if you're gonna, be in a relationship, be married, and have kids, or your career. And you seem to be able to do it all. How
Thank
is that?
you.
Well, you want me to tell you, or you want her to tell you? No, I'm just playing.
What was your question? I'm sorry, I didn't hear you.
I was saying, what was that journey like? Like making sure you like complete, like it just seems like it's almost a complete life, right? Career, family, everything together in one. What was that like trying to get all of that? Because they say you can't have it all in life.
Well, I do believe you can have it all. I just believe that you can have it all at certain times. There was a point in time where I just completely focused on my career, but I have never, not once, excluded my daughter out of my life and my career and everything I have going on. She is my why. And so it was no different from, once I got into a committed partnership that I'm in now. We are partners, we work together, and we fly. And I ain't gonna lie, sometimes, I want to change up the monotony to where it's not just so much about my career that you don't see me as an actual human being. I desire love, I desire, family, I desire balance. And so what better way to, throw that in every now and then? It's not that I have to like completely, put all my business out there, but at the same time, it does, make me feel proud to know that I'm able to, manage. And it's not easy. I am very big on balancing my time. I have a schedule. I have a great team here at the Mezzo at our offices that, run my calendar and make sure that I'm where I need to be. But also when it's time to turn it off, it's time to turn it off, because just as much as I dedicate time to my business, I need to also be able to dedicate time to my daughter, my partner, our family. That's also important to me as well. So I just, it's not easy, but it is continuous work like anything else. And you just have to be able to, buckle your bootstraps and keep it moving.
All right. Wait, what you was about to say?
No, I was just gonna say, well, thank you, family. I mean, you in the studio with us. I know it's been a long time, but
it has.
I come to Houston sometimes, and I'll be like, why can't she come and chill with us? Come chill with us next time you're in the city.
I definitely will come and chill with y'all. I'm usually coming in and I'm seeing my family. My dad is out there. We had a big ranch over there in Harm Clark, and he's always throwing parties. And then my mom moved up here. So she's in the city now. She has her own place and everything is doing well and thriving. But I do have other sisters and brothers out there as well. So I will make sure to include y'all in that next trip when I come down there. Probably by the end of this year.
Are y'all hiring?
We are hiring. We're hiring interns right now, though. So our intern season is in full swing. And we also obviously, have other interns that'll be coming in the fall. But right now it's all about our summer interns.
Okay. Tell me, what's the website once again for anybody that want to be part of the Mezzo agency?
Absolutely. It's mezzoagency.com. And you can also follow us on all social media at the Mezzo Agency. And you can follow me at Tami LaTrell, TamiLatrell, on all social media as well.
Well, thank you, Tami.
Thank y'all so much. Nice seeing you, J Mac. Nice meeting you. Finally, Keisha.